Hi everyone, Dorota International nail artist and educator here. And I believe you have struggled so much painting one stroke because you are left-handed. Yes, today we are gonna do some nail art with my left hand just so you could understand this technique and get addicted to it too. I get you through step by step how to achieve it. So let's start.
Desire Nails is the proud sponsor of this episode because your nails deserve luxury.
Awesome, so this is going to be a pretty challenging video, but I really wanted to show you how to paint the one stroke with if you're left-handed, because the things are different. So this is something I painted with my right hand, and obviously it is completely different quality to what I'm able to paint with my left hand. But I hope you will guys find it interesting, because I don't think so I have ever actually seen it something done with the left hand. So we are gonna use some acrylic paints, and I'm squeezing out a touch of the white paint. And then I'm gonna grab a touch of the pink paint, just like a wee small squeeze, or actually a scoop, because they are on the bottom. And one stroke, like for those of you who watch me all the time, know that this is one of my favorite techniques, and like I use it a lot in my salon, and I use it a lot on the clients as well. So I have used pink, white and magenta, but I don't want magenta to be too strong, so I'm kind of mixing it a little bit with the pink. I have added a drop of the water just to get a nice paint consistency. You want it to be kind of creamy. Okay, and I show you the brushes as well, which we are gonna use it. So for the actual flowers, I'm gonna use the One Stroke Demaster brush. So it's a really nice and tiny angular brush, which gets you really nicely and precise to paint, and also the D-liner brush, which is a really nice and tiny one as well. Like on the white background, you can actually see it more. And that's what I did it. So there's a video on this hand where I'm actually doing and working with my dominant hand, but I wanted to show you how it is done with the left one. Very challenging for every nail technician. So I did my nails actually ages ago, and the growth is huge. I'm just gonna quickly clean it with the blue scrub to dehydrate it and give it a couple scratches to it. So with the acrylic paints, you want to paint on a matte surface, like you will do the nail art as well, like either on a sticky or a matte surface, but matte surface works best for the acrylic paints. And the first thing is a theory on how to pick up the paints. So I will just go through as well, because some of you might see the video first time. So quite often I would use the lighter color on a higher point on my brush and the darker color on the lower part of my brush. And then when I'm blending the colors, so quite often you see people blending it like quite separately. I love my mixtures, like this will be a very basic flowers, like that's kind of show the difference really badly. I like to blend it more of an ombre, so the colors kind of blend into each other, so I get rid almost of the white. Because later on when we outline it and you've got the white so strong, you cannot outline it so much. So I quite like to, I call it a dirty mixture. I quite like to, you can see it, my white stop becoming white. It's still much lighter, but it's like a tiny bit pinkish. So this is how I'm mixing the colors, like you want to keep them nice and separate. The consistency of the paint is really important. As you can see it, this part of the paint starts going matte, and this one is completely matte here. When it's matte, it means it's dry, and you don't want to work with too dry paint, because it will make it really difficult. It will also keep splitting your brush as well. Okay, so you want your paint to be always nice and shiny, and the brush needs to have the right amount of the water. So if I pick up like this amount of the water, it will go very watery, and you can see it, I cannot even do the things nice, like they smudging. So this is too much water. So a best solution, guys, for that, probably this video is useful even for those of you who are working with the right hand as well, is when I'm dipping in the brush to clean it, I go like quite deep in a dipping dish. I show you this movement. So I go in And then I kind of go like this to squeeze out any paint which might be stocked on the higher parts here of the brush. And then I can touch it to remove the excess of the water. So my brush is still nicely moisturized, but it doesn't hold too much water. And this way I can pick up the paints quite nice. You can see it, it still is quite moisturized, but it's not like bleeding as much. Okay, now let's do the flower in here. So excuse the growth, because as I say, I have done them like so many times. And then we are gonna challenge it. So first challenge is I'm gonna go opposite colors. So I'm actually picking up the darker color on a higher part of my brush, and then the lighter color on the other part of my brush. So I have swapped the colors. Then blended it really well till I get kind of almost a pink color on my white. And then we will be painting a wee pretty roses with my left hand. So I'm swapping the brush. Holding of the brush is quite important as well. So I like to hold it like kind of like a pen. And then first of all, we want to paint the middle of the flower. So for the middle of the flower is you touch it so gently and you bring the color like this. I'm gonna talk quite slow through it because obviously I am not left-handed, so this is quite a difficult task for me. And then we are gonna paint it on the other side. So I did swap my brush, and I'm doing so with my other hand as well, but the colors are just the same. Give it nice wiggle, nice and gentle, go to the top. And then blend it so slightly. Okay, so this way I have painted the middle of the flower, and you can do it in 2 parts, or you can do it sometimes in 3 parts. So depending how big you want your flower to be. I'm actually going to do it one more in here. So again, my darker color is going to go on the top, just in here, and I'm going to do just like a very small touch. Okay, so this way I have painted the middle of the rose. Repick my color, so I kind of brush it away the excess of the paint, which is getting too dry now. Pick up a fresh mixture. Let's make it a little bit lighter because we are going to paint the petals which are more outside. I'd have bring it in a small drop of the water into my mixture. And guys, for those of you who are right-handed, if I can do it with my left hand, you have to keep practicing so you can do it with your right hand. And now I'm going to paint the petals. So I want to show you the difference. If I'm painting with my right hand, I usually go and paint the petals that way. If I'm painting with my left hand, I go and I paint that direction. So that's why it's quite difficult for those of you who are left-handed to understand how to get the one stroke if you're watching right-handed person. So now I'm just gonna wiggle, like kind of wiggle, but it's almost no wiggle. Do not wiggle too much. So I'm just kind of gently moving my paint and massaging. I would call it massaging it in. Okay, so this way you get a really nice and beautiful petals. I should actually paint it on a paper first to warm up my hand as well. And I do really highly recommend doing that. So like when you start painting one stroke, get yourself like a wee empty tips and just train up your hand to the movement. Okay, next petal goes like, you give it a little space, and then we are going to paint another petal. So leave some empty space, get the sweet point, and then start massaging it in. If it's necessary, look what I did is I lifted my hand up so I could see it where my white is finishing. So I have painted a second petal. I remember actually first time when I was showing one stroke with the left hand was one of my trainings in Glasgow. I was in there and I had actually a left-handed student and she couldn't get it, like, and I totally understand. We kind of figured it out that's because the right-handed people showing it completely different directions, things can be very difficult for those who are left-handed. Okay. I mean, obviously I'm not perfect at it because I couldn't even do my nails or paint a straight line or anything with my left hand. So it took me some time as well to learn it. Now, because I've got this line and I don't want to go opposite, outside this line, I kind of just touch it so gently in here with more of the tip of my brush. But normally I would just paint the flower in that space as well. And then we are going to add another one in here. So because the brush has a really nice and pretty angle, things looks so good and you get a shape of the petals out of it. If it's necessarily even, what I did in this one, I went back. So you can sometimes go back into places you didn't like. And because I'm so slow, I have to repick my paint a little bit more often than I would do it with my right hand. So please forgive me. It's not like a master video. It's like someone just learning one stroke. Okay, and then we have to squeeze another petal in here. But this petal is going outside. So, okay, I'm touching just so gently in here, imagining the petal is there. So even if I don't have a space and a room on my nail, I would still do it because this petals then continues so nicely. And look what I need to do it now with this petal. So this petal, guys, needs to go here inside. Yes, can you see it? No, because I'm covering here. So thank you, Patrick. So this,
that side.
I can't, like, no way. Oh, yeah, it's perfect,
yes.
Yeah? Is it?
Yes.
Okay, gosh, he's making my life even more difficult. But, so this petal here needs to, I can't, my brain doesn't work that way. This petal needs to go in there, and then another one in there, and in there. But you need to, you don't want to get the flower disappear. So please take into consideration we've got two colors. So you've got this pink color, lighter pink, and then white. Your darker pink needs to go just about here, because if you place it a little bit higher, it is going to disappear and you are going to actually destroy the previous petal. Okay. So that's probably a good tip for anyone painting one stroke. Sometimes we're squeezing too many petals and then they kind of disappearing. I have to re-clean my brush because there's lots of paint stock in there. And that's the paint we did dry out. So get rid of that. You can see it. And then let's repick the color. Lots of fairy in here, so we're kind of painting nice and slow. Remix the color, not too dark, not too light, just a nice mixture. And you kind of want to load your brush enough as well, so it's kind of lasts you for more petals. As I say, I am so slow that I cannot get more than one petal. Okay, and then we are gonna squeeze in that petal here. So I need to kind of prolong it, which means I need, yep, we are good. So I need to start 1 millimeter before the place I finish to be able to blend it out, because if I started there, it will kind of look not nice. So reblend it 0.5 millimeter before I finished, and then start bringing this petal inside. Okay, finish it. And then we are gonna do another petal. So also you can see it, I've got like a gap in here. So this is the next placement of my petal. And then we are gonna do another one. And twisted it inside. Go to those pink parts. Go back if you didn't blend it nicely. I'm actually gonna make it nice and long. Okay, so this is how the middle start looking. Now we just need to blend it. So we have done a row of the outside petal and side petal and the middle of the flower. Now I just need to blend those two parts. To be able to blend those two parts, I'm gonna, as you can see, I've got some white in here. So I don't want to work too much with the white. And what I'm doing is I have repicked my magenta color only. Get it on my brush. And before we was holding the brush like quite flat. Now I want to hold the brush straighter. So when we've got it straighter, gosh, we are gonna take ages. When we hold it straighter, things are smaller. And just touch it in there like this. So nice, tiny wee petals inside. And then one more on the top, just to blend it. Now let's do the leaf. So I re-clean my paint. And now we are gonna add some leaf. So for a leaf painting, what you want to do it is you want to start in there, get like a full body of the brush. Yeah, so start like and go up to the top like this. I'm just gonna retouch the tip of it. Now you want the dark color to touch the dark color and then the lighter color touch the lighter color, but you want to change the angle. And I like to just go like this. One touch and then second touch. But you need to change the angle of your brush. So I was going first of all like this and then change the angle and I'm going like this. And basically this is the background of our rose. So we can start outlining now. And for outline, I'm just gonna use those magenta color with lots of water in. This is probably the really long, tiny bit of pink and lots of water. If you do not have lots of water, your paint is gonna paint like quite thick. So first of all, I do a nice mixture kind of thing. And then once I've got it here, I can clean off excess product from my brush and start picking up it only at the tip of my brush. So I want just very little paint, like as little as I can take it. And we are gonna outline it. With outlining, you don't want to do too much. Like kind of, you don't want to touch all the places, but you want to create extra petals. So here, I can prolong this petal. And I'm gonna twist it that way. Then I've got a really nice petal here, which I would just highlight it and get it inside. I've got another quite nice petal in here. Actually, outlining is the most difficult part now with the left hand. Here we've got like a nice ends. So I like to sometimes touch it a little bit inside. I bet those of you who are left-handed and know how to paint one stroke are having a good laugh at this video. Now to go inside with this petal, but I really wanted to show you that, guys. So definitely to motivate the ones of you who are right-handed. Get my brush ready again. Going inside the leaf. Definitely the outlining is the hardest part because I cannot even, I want you actually to show you, I want to show you the difference in the fine lines. Okay, but we need to fix this rose. I know what I'm doing, I'm going the wrong direction. My brain just doesn't click it. So normally when I'm outlining with right hand, I go that direction. With left hand, I should go that direction because otherwise you cannot almost figure it out, those nice and sweet points. That's what it is. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, left hand, when you use it, you paint from right to the left.
Yes, you have to do it that way because otherwise it's not...
Impossible.
Yes, you don't... you cannot follow... first of all, the brush doesn't behave the way it should, and you also cannot find those nice bends of the petals. This is such a good exercise for me.
For the brain.
For the brain, oh yes, it is, like, absolutely. I wonder if we've got still someone watching us actually at this point, me struggling with it. Oh no, they're having good fun. Okay, when you do the mistake, the paint underneath is dry, the paint on the top is not. You can quickly wipe it off. There we are. But you've got literally half a second to do so. Otherwise you will, if you wipe it too late, you would... you wouldn't be able to remove, or you will remove too much. Another thing is, so normally I love to paint extremely thin lines, like, you know, like so thin. That's because I cannot control my left hand so well. By the time I pick up the paint is too dry. Okay, but let's... I'm getting better.
You say that.
Shh. Come on, get me some motivation, Patrick. It's not my thing, like, you know. Okay, now, because I have messed up this row so badly, I'm just gonna fix it so slightly. Or break it even further. What you can do it is sometimes if you don't have the separation strong enough, you can repick the lighter color and just touch it up. Please be very careful when doing so. Dorota, work the right direction. There we are. I had to re-separate this petal. And I need to re-separate another one. Patrick is breathing heavily, like thinking...
Just looking more challenge, bigger challenge, you or me.
You know what is happening? We do not have the camera set up for a left hand. Oh, guys, this is actually quite good as well, because so in a salon, I have actually watched one of the latest video in a salon, and I have noticed that we had on beginning some of you asking about the straight camera view. And I tell you what is happening is, like, in a salon I have straight camera view, and I could see it actually that some of the view is covered. So Patrick is almost straight. No. In a salon we've got straight camera, and then I'm hiding the things. Okay, if the camera is straight. And Patrick actually got me at the straight angle. Going from straight but a little bit at the side, it gives us a best angle. I think this start looking not too bad. I need to fix it because it's on my hands, so I'm gonna wear it for maybe another week. Patrick is laughing because this set took us the longest ever. Like, okay, that's plenty. That's plenty. This set took us so long.
Guys, write in the comments, what do you think how it's take this set of the nails?
How
long it was?
Okay, Patrick is asking how long do you think I took to do this set of the nails? You wouldn't believe, it's crazy. So what I'm doing now is I'm top coating the things, and thanks to the top coat, things will look nicer and prettier. So top coat is gonna blend and bring a life to the one stroke. I need to paint it quite fast with my top coat, because obviously this set is so old and it might have some oils in it. But this is the rose I have painted with my left hand. I'm just gonna give it a quick cook to it. Okay, so when my right hand is cooking, I show you one more time the difference in a detail. Like, look how crazy fine lines we can get it with the right hand compared to the one stroke. You can see it is definitely not the neatest one, but I really badly wanted to show you that and keep you motivated. I quickly show you, excuse also the look of the nails, honestly, like I want to see it, what your thoughts are, how long this set took us. It's not too bad, like, I mean, overall, and look at the growth already on them. But I hope you have guys really enjoyed this fun video, I would call it. Let me get it from the light. Fun video. And I'm sending... Yeah, very, very informative, like I would say, like, because I know they are some of you who are left-handed and want to learn one stroke as well. I hope I have at least helped you a little bit to understand the placement on this flower. I'm sending you huge glittery hugs and looking forward, guys, to see you in the next video. Also, please let me know in the comments below as well what else you would like to see it, because we are gonna have some time catching up on recording with the videos, and I will be very happy to produce whatever your requests are. Okay, that's us done. Bye.